Is it safe to travel to Iran? When should I travel? Where should I go? Where should I stay? Where can I change my money? Can I use my credit card or PayPal? Is it difficult to access to internet? I'm sure you have those questions and concerns when it comes to traveling to Iran, and that's okay. My name is Salar and I'm traveling with my motorcycle all around Iran, and today, March 5th, 2024, I want to tell you how is it like traveling to Iran and what you should know about that. Frankly speaking, I have to say Iran is a special country. It is may not like other countries that you traveled. It's not as easy as traveling to other countries, maybe Europe and America, but as you may heard, Iran is really beautiful and must-seen country. If you accept the challenge, I'll help you travel to Iran. I'm not a guide. I'm not working for any organization or company or anything like that. I'm not working for money. I'm just traveling by my motorcycle and share my experiences with you. I put these information on social media such as YouTube and Instagram. And also I have a website named letsgetlost.me that you can find useful information on this website. Okay, let's jump to it. If this is first time for you considering traveling to Iran, in this video I categorize every necessary information that you have to know before coming to Iran. Political manners and security, visa, from airline to hostel, money exchanging, SIM card, internet connection, language and culture, weather and climate, health and medication, and at the end of the video, other really important and useful information and tips about being in Iran and enjoying it, such as what is Ramadan, how to take a taxi, what if something bad happened. Okay, let's dive into the explanation. First of all, I have to say, I'm providing this video and information only for those people who have purpose to travel to Iran as a tourist. I don't know anything about other purposes that you may come to Iran. And also motor touring traveling. I know you may have heard a lot of information on international channels and media, but believe me, not all of them are right. Maybe some of them, but surely they exaggerate news from Iran. Iran is not Iraq, is not Afghanistan, is not Saudi, is not Turkey, is not Pakistan, is not any of them. And in fact, many of them used to be a part of Iran years ago, and now they're not. In political manners and security. First of all, as obvious in any other country, if you do any behaviors anti-Iranian or anti-Iranian government as an opposition, you may face some challenges, same as other countries. Pretty obvious, yeah? About terrorism, attacks and bombs, come on, it's not what you see on the media. I have many friends from other countries who come to Iran and travel. They don't have any problem as long as they follow the rules here. If you have drone and heli shot, you cannot import that to Iran. Or if you have it in Iran, make sure you avoid launching your drone and quadcopter in the vicinity of any airlines in Iran. What about dual nationalities? I'm not sure exactly, but they say Iran doesn't recognize dual nationalities as other countries recognize it officially. So it's better to talk to your lawyer or ambassador office before you come to Iran.
You can take photos and videos from every visitable and public places, but taking pictures and videos from army and governmental places are forbidden. It's not a big deal. You will see the sign and you notice that you are not allowed to take a photo right here. Otherwise, you are free to go.
About visa, you cannot get a visa online, same as other countries, but people from other countries such as Germany, Switzerland, America, they told me they just found a traveling agency and asked them for Iranian visa, and about 3 or 4 days they get a 30 days visa for them for about 20 or 30 euros or dollars. Just find a traveling agency. And also, if you are Israel citizen or if you have ever traveled to Israel and you have Israel visa stamp, I'm sorry, they won't let you come to Iran. That's political manners. Let's talk about first time you step into the airline. Mostly you come to Tehran, which is Imam Khomeini airline. So you need to exchange some money, you need to get a SIM card, and you need to get a taxi. And make sure book your hostel before come to Iran. Where to book your hostel? 2 safe ways to book your hostel before come to Iran. Ask the traveling agency that get the visa for you. Second of all, go online and search for hostels in Iran. Websites such as Hostel World, TripAdvisor, Hostel Club, and so on. Now you are at the airline. First, you need to exchange some money to Iranian Toman and Riyal. First of all, let's talk about what is the currency of Iran. It's a little bit challenging because we have 2 currencies here, but no worries, you get used to that after this video. You can travel here and enjoy this beautiful country with really reasonable and cheap price based on economical problems here. The official currency of Iran is IR, which is Iran Riyal, which is like this. As you can see, this is 500,000 riyals, but this is 50,000 toman. If you multiply 1 toman to 10, that's real. What does it mean? It means whatever you have in your hands as a cash or recipe, that's real. The currency is real. And you have to divide the number to 10. That's the price people talk on the street. For example, when you go to a restaurant and you have a kebab and then you ask how much is it, they say, for example, 200,000. It means 200,000 toman. And you have to multiply that to 10, which is 2 million riyal, and pay them in real currency. If it's confusing for you, believe me, it's just first or second day.
Here people always speak in Taman, and it is reals that you actually see on your bill.
And also you can get help from the waiter or waitress or your friends. Something really helpful and important before traveling to Iran is have a friend there. Believe me, if you have friend in Iran, your travel would be as easy as drinking a cup of water. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and so on. If not, you can contact me. I'm mostly accessible and available. I'm not looking for money or anything like that. I'm just glad to make some new friends from other countries. That's all. So go to my website and feel free and find many contact options and contact me and ask me whatever you want. No matter what time is it, it's okay. So we figured out two currencies in Iran. One is official on recipes and your cash papers, and the other people use on the street. Where to exchange your dollars and euros and other currency to riyal. You cannot use your Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, PayPal, anything like that in Iran. You have to bring cash with you and you have to declare that at the airport. First of all, you can find an exchange at the airport, but some of my friends told me they sometimes don't exchange money for you more than 50 euros at the time. I don't know why, but no worries. Once you get to the hostel, you can do more. You may see some people come to you and want to exchange money for you. I'm not suggesting you to trust them unless you know them. Maybe friends in hostel or your friends in Iran, because rates between euros and dollars with riyals are changing all the time.
At the time I went, the difference was factor 7. So I was very happy that I had Iranian friends who have told me before about this, because when I arrived at the airport, the thing is that there is only one place to change money. It was very crowded. I was very tired. I was so warm because I was coming from Switzerland, so I had also more warm clothes with me. It actually took like more than an hour, I think, to be able to change money, just like waiting in the queue. And everywhere around, there were a lot of people who were trying to sell me money. And they're here like I'm gonna change your money for you. I give you the official change, and they even Google the official change and they show you like, oh, this is the money I'm gonna give you. And I mean, yeah, it can be very tempting if you don't know to just go and take the official change, but then you're having like 7 times less than you may actually have with the real change. I finally arrived at the counter. I asked to change money, and actually the person at the counter just refused to give me more than the change of $50. So it can be okay, but for me it was a bit complicated since I was going right after that to the south, and there is no place to change money there. But I mean, it was still very easy because I had friends, and it really helped me a lot.
And you have to be careful and just do that with official people or known people to you. Most of the hostels, especially when you book them online, they are more international, you can exchange money there with reliable rating price. That's okay. At the airport, the second most important thing to do is get a SIM card. Your SIM card can't be working here mostly.
When I arrived, I had read beforehand that I could just get a SIM card at the airport. I went to the Iran cell at the airport where you can buy a SIM card even if you're a foreigner. And so the person took my passport, and then she told me, no, I cannot sell you a SIM card. And I was like, what? Why? And she told me because I need to wait 3 days to have been in Iran since 3 days before I can get a SIM card. Thing is, I was leaving Tehran, so no SIM card for me. And then in the south, I could not get a SIM card as a foreigner. We tried something with a friend that bought one at his name and then gave it to me, but then we had to confirm that it was him, and things got complicated. So I was very lucky to have my friends sharing their data with me. because when you're in the south, so you cannot buy a SIM card, and also in hostels, I mean, there should definitely exist some hostels which actually have Wi-Fi, but the ones that we were in didn't have Wi-Fi.
Again, no worries. You have free Wi-Fi at the airport, and once you get to the hostel, you have Wi-Fi again. But how about the internet connection? Do you need a VPN? Unfortunately, yes. If you want to access your Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, and international websites, you need a VPN connection. But accessing to many important websites such as Google, your emails, they are free to go. No VPN needed. At the airport, after you exchange your money and asking about SIM cards, you want to go to your hostel, right? So what do you need? A taxi. But where do you get the taxi? You can ask the travel agency that get a visa and hostel for you before come to Iran. You can ask the taxi agencies at the airport. You can call to the hostel and ask them for take a taxi online for you. If you didn't access to these three options, you can go outside, and there are tons of yellow cars which are taxi, official taxis, and mostly they can speak English, and you can tell them where do you want to go, but make sure you fix the price with them at the first point. Once you get to the hostel, everything is changing. You came into a friendly and intimate atmosphere that you can trust people, leaving your stuff on the table, ask them for exchanging your money, more helps, booking taxi, stuff like that. Uber and applications like that won't work in Iran. Okay, so there are some applications such as Snap and Taxi on your smartphone, but the challenge is these applications are Persian, not English. You can go find an official person at the airport and ask them to get a taxi for you to your destination. If you do that, you can make sure about safety, about price, and about time. Keep watching this video in order to be more ready for traveling to Iran. You see a lot of Iranian people at the hostel. The internal tourism in Iran is so high. You can get information from other provinces, from the local people, and also you may get a chance to travel with them to those cities. I made many friends from other countries in these hostels. I never go to hotels. I just go to hostels and book a shared room because I can communicate with people. So let's talk about criminal and safeties. There are something that you have to know which are classified as criminals here, but you may find them not criminal in other countries. For example, if you try to advertise against the government, against the country, against the Islam, which is main religion, that is criminal here. I'm just telling you, I'm not in charge of that. Using, selling, and provoking others to use drugs are criminal. You can smoke cigarettes or peep or hubble bubble, but no drugs of any kind. You cannot drink alcohol as well. Sexual manners. If you come to Iran, just respect to the belief system of the majority of people and just experience them. Ask for permission and do rituals with them, just respectfully. But sometimes you can do that in your private area. For example, you cannot kiss on lips, even your wife or your husband on the street. But if you kiss on the cheek for goodbye, it's totally okay. You can walk with your wife or husband, no problem, as long as you do not do anything related to pornography or sexual activity. What about LGBTQ? Unfortunately, same sexual preferences and activities, especially gay, is illegal here if they find you doing that in public. What about dress code? What to wear? It's much easier for men, but it's different for women. For men, look at me. You can wear a blouse or t-shirt, but you cannot wear sleeveless shirts. Wearing t-shirt is totally fine. And also, you need a long pants, not shorts. Shirt and long pants. That's all. What about for women? You may have heard about hijab. As my friend Mari suggested, you will be surprised when you come to Iran and see how people have hijab and they are so stylish.
When it comes to hijab, so for me, before going, I was very stressed about this. Like, okay, how am I gonna manage this? Because I have read like 1,000 times. Okay, so what I take has to cover my elbows. It has to cover my butt, and something to. But then it will not have to be too warm. And also, I'm going to the south, so I don't really know how to manage it. I don't really have things here that really fit that description.
Yeah.
And I panicked a little bit, but in the end, the easiest thing to do is just to take one sort of oversized shirt that you can leave open, but just like put on top of you, and one light scarf, and then you're good. Because once you arrive in Iran, you can find very, very easily manteau. You're better at me at describing this than me. Can you describe the manteau, Sarar?
Yeah, manto is like a long dress with
the front is open, and you can wear it and take it off with some buttons in front of the dress.
Yeah. So you just put it on your clothes, and also, so when you're in Iran, because it's a piece of clothing which is widely used, they have very stylish ones. So it's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be stylish. It's gonna be also good for, even if the weather is warm. You can also very easily find beautiful scarves, and you don't have like really just don't pack much of this. Just like have what you need for the airport and maybe your first day, and then you will be good.
Bringing and having any kind of weapons are forbidden. Anti-Islamic contents are forbidden. There are some important numbers for emergency manners. First one is police, which is 110. Second one is hospital ambulance, which is 115. Third one is firefighters, which is 125. But how you can call them with an Iranian SIM card? I'm sorry. What about weather and climates here? So we are talking about a four-season, beautiful, really collective country. So we have different weather conditions in Iran. North of Iran, mostly with higher amount of rain and greener areas. Many jungles are there. And also we have Caspian Sea on top of Iran. The best time to go to north of Iran is summer. In the middle of Iran, you see most of the deserts and cities in the deserts. And remember, most of the art and cultures of Iran comes from these cities inside the desert area. North of Iran has three important cities: Gilan, Mazandaran, Golestan. In the middle of Iran, Kashan, Isfahan, Nain, Yazd, Shiraz, Kerman. The best time to the cities in the middle of the Iran is spring. On the west of Iran, you have some mountaineer and so beautiful cities such as Kurdistan, Khuzestan, and Lorestan. These cities have magnificent nature. The best time to go to the west part of Iran is spring and summer. Next one is south of Iran. South of Iran is so special, warmer area with really intimate and kind people. You may have heard about cities and islands such as Bandar Abbas, Hormuz Island, Qeshm Island, Hengam Island, Bushehr City, and so on. We have another important area which is Sistan Baluchistan and the southeast area of Iran. It's a little bit far from Tehran. Magnificent places that you may never see such places like that anywhere else. Best time to go to the south of Iran is fall and winter. There are two important places. Northeast part of Iran, which is Khorasan, a big province with many cities inside that. And I've heard the best time going there is the spring. I've never been there and I don't have much information about it. And the other one is Tabriz and Azerbaijan, the Turkish part of Iran, which is northeast part of Iran. The best time traveling to there is summer. If you search their name on my website, Let's Get Lost.me, you may find some information, some useful information. You may find some useful information for yourself and you can decide. And also I made some where to go plans, cities by cities, with locations and what to bring with yourself, where to go, where to stay, where to visit and stuff like that on my website. Just take a look at them. About the culture of Iran and its diversity, I want to refer you to one of books of a great philosopher, Friedrich Hegel from Germany. He has a book called Literature on the Philosophy of History. At the end of this book, he mentioned that Iran has been source and beginning of wisdom in whole human history. He continues by explaining that how Iran is a host for every other culture. Let's do some quick, frequently asked questions. Official religion of Iran is Islam, but people from other religion can still stay and live in Iran too. Time difference, UTC plus 3.5. Water, yeah, you can find healthy water everywhere. And also you can buy water bottles from every supermarket here. Road driving side, right side. Driving license. For riding a motorcycle or car here, you need to have the international driving license. Tourist attractions and destinations, I can't give you a short answer to that question because the whole of Iran can be destination for tourism. But some famous places and cities, for answering that question, I just made a website full of information for you. What about food? Iran is a perfect destination for food lovers who are open to experience new tastes. Kebab of any kind, juje, qorme sabzi, qeime bademjun, qeime nesar, mirza qasemi, kashka bademjun, ash, kuku. In south and north of Iran, different kinds of fish and so on. It's funny, I'm vegetarian, but telling you about foods of any kind. It's up to you, none of my business. Keep your important documentation and certificates such as driving license, visa, passport in a safe bag with yourself. So Ramadan. In Islamic religion, there is one month called Ramadan. In this 1 month, they won't eat and drink and smoke from the sunrise to the sunset. You can eat and drink and smoke, but somehow it's better to do that in a private place. Or mostly, if the Ramadan is in the Nowruz time, like this year, you can go to the restaurants who are open by the certificate. That's totally fine. Tarof. What does it mean? I know it can be confusing for European cultures and also American cultures. For example, I go to a party, a gathering, especially with new people, or a place with polite atmosphere, not friendly atmosphere. And there are some fruits on the table. In reality, in my mind, I want to eat 1 apple, 1 orange, 1 banana right now. But I don't do that. In reality, you want all of them, but you just eat 1 of them. Or sometimes you have a cell phone with good camera and I want to take a picture, but I don't have that camera. I want to ask you, can I please borrow your phone to take that picture and give it back to you? I can say that easily, but I don't say that because I think this is disrespectful and this is too much to ask. Tarof is not about lying, it's about respecting. About English language. Unfortunately, in faraway villages, there are fewer people who can understand you when you talk in English or can speak English. That's quite a challenge for you. But also, you can do some pantomime with Persian words. For example, I'm sick and I'm looking for a hospital. I just search for hospital in Persian. It is bimarestan. And sick in Persian, it is mariz. So I can mix up English and Persian language with some pantomime. For example, I can say, excuse me, do you know where is the bimarestan? I am mariz. You know, bimarestan, mariz in English sentences. They just hear bimarestan, mariz. Oh, you are sick. Oh, I have to take you to the hospital. And because of the kindness and hospitality in Iran, they will help you. Or for example, you want to take a taxi and direction to a visitable place such as Naranjestan Qavam in Shiraz. You will say, excuse me, I need a taxi. Taxi means taxi in Iran. Taxi. I need a taxi to Naranjestan Qavam. Taxi, Naranjestan Qavam. They hear taxi, Naranjestan Qavam. Oh, he or she just wanted a taxi, Naranjestan Qavam. Or you can say, where is the Naranjestan Qavam? They will give you the direction with the pantomime. For example, they say something like this in Persian. Mostaqim baro, abi pish chap. It means you go straight, just turn left. You can understand by the pantomime, by the movement of the hands. It's okay. About charging voltages. In Iran, normal charging voltage is 220 or 230 by 15 Hertz and plug types C and F. Fortunately, I think I covered many subjects for you for first time traveling to Iran. I think after rewatching this video, you can start considering to traveling to Iran, find the answer of your questions. By the way, I'm not a guide, I'm not a person for advertisement or working in tourism. I'm just a curious and passionate person for traveling and meeting new people from any culture. So if you want to get more information, detailed plan for traveling to different cities of Iran and also understanding more of concepts behind the architecture in Iran, you can just visit the website Let's Get Lost at Me. I'm doing my best for you to get access to the fresh and useful and valid information that you may need about traveling to Iran. And also there's a menu on top of the website called First Time to Iran. It's a question. If you click on that, you will see this page. On top of that page, you find the link to get easy access to every ambassadors of all the countries in Iran with linked location and their phone numbers. And also there's another link called Ride With Me. That's the place you can find contact information with me. And if you are interested to take a ride with me of any kind, with motorcycle, just walking, with cars, with trains, flights, any kind, just let me know. If I'm available, I would be glad to be your co-traveler. You can find the reasons I'm doing this. Just feel free and let me know what more questions you have before traveling to Iran. Please share this video with your friends who may